You know, I just found out why so many youngsters, so few youngsters take up the xylophone. It's not they can't play it, they can't spell it. Here's a fellow who can spell it, and he can play it, too. Roger Ray. Roger.
I know exactly how you feel. As soon as you see this instrument roll out, you hate me. As quiet as possible, get off as soon as I can. If I look a little weak, a little pooped this evening, forgive me. I spent the whole morning at the country club, and I don't play golf, I drink. See, when you go out to a bar and get drunk, you're a drunk, but when you get drunk at the country club, you're a sport. I've always had trouble. But my dad's the one that helped me with my drinking problem. He and I got along very well. I had a relationship with my father, bar none. You wouldn't think that I'm a long-distance swimmer, would you? Swim 14 miles with ease, and I owed it all to Dad. Remember, he used to take me out in Lake Michigan in a rowboat. He'd row me out about 14 miles when I wasn't looking. He'd throw me overboard, and he'd row away and leave me out there to swim back to shore by myself. Swim back wasn't so hard. It was getting out of that burlap sack. That's where I had trouble, right there. Hey, here's, thank you. Please, I've got to do a 45 minutes act in 5 minutes. I have a selection now of 2 numbers. Please notice very carefully, if you will. One number will follow the other because there's almost an impossibility to play both numbers at the same time. Wouldn't it be funny if they shaved Castro and he turned out to be Batista? I don't think I'll make it. Here's a very beautiful number I'd like to play for you from the operetta Rosemary, a number called Indian Love Call, written and based on a great, sad Indian love story. It was back to many, many years ago by the waters of the Minnetonka. There lived an old Indian chief who had a very handsome young son that was very much in love with the daughter of another Indian chief. It was always hoped that one day these 2 kids would sort of get married and carry on the traditions of the tribe. But because of an argument during a canasta game one day, the 2 tribes decided to go to war, separating the 2 lovers. The daughter was taken to live on one cliff, son was taken to live on another cliff. Between the 2, there lie a deep, impassable canyon with a raging river at the bottom. Consequently, he could never get to she could never get to he because of the slippery rocks. See, that's what I like about this job. I come out here, I don't bother you, you don't bother me. Sad part of this story was if you happen to know this Indian boy, you could have probably come back to the edge of the cliff with him as he did day after day, year in, year out. He'd stand there morning and night. Rain, sleet, or snow, bare-chested moccasins, loincloth, feather. Looked across this great canyon to his loved one who'd stand on the other side looking back to him. He knew in his heart that nothing could ever come of the great and beautiful love. He knew that he could never hold her again as long as he ever lived, and tears would roll down his cheeks as he sang this very beautiful and sad number called Indian Love Call, which I would like to play for this evening. Kids are in love, not at war. He sends us the peak and then we cut. last note in the number, please? Thank you very much. I had the opportunity here. 3 years ago, we did a little number. I had you probably now kind of the last note. I understand the Republicans get in.